Hey, I'm going to start by reading 9 poems. They're all niners, which is this form that's a 9-line long poem with 9 syllables in each line. They're from a sequence called Apparitions. Of all taken from bodies, our remaining hunger, and with it your price tags on sustenance, delayed payments, imaginary chains of power purchase, what we call to abolish. We reassembled our affections and solidarities, our cracked efflorescent hands. What futures you seize and split, chaos and falsehoods, your plague of affections, your extra legal arm, our spectre, the reparation of centuries, your thieved and hoarded borders, dissolve formations and patriots, block bodies against your empire, raids. Ejected from the cities of lives, possible aperture and tone, eyes and text flow, pacify, structure, puzzles and crap chat, orthodox, visions and retching, focus out of drift with varnish, dongold, put your warmth by the skin of the next girl, air drops off. Girl, if we are citizens of nowhere, a threat to the tone and image composed, cute lace, we divine femmes not here to dissect your impositions, spark organs so late in the day, directions on casual violence, if your pleasure, excruciate living, and the beauty about our eye lines. In nationhood, your reveries, 500 truncated years, we dined on stolen whiskey, tar, ministerial bones, forced to find work, a rustic allegory, narrating cities and aggressions, light and false nature conditioned, cohered by skins, our separated, crashed. On the stand, list your horrors, proclamations and divestments, pour blood from the crown and idea, your archaic printed murders, bludgeon civi lies to this day. Against the name of your inflictions, your rubble and basic hatred, turn hands to gather, stolen our lives and back bodies. We impossible siblings, loaves sore, close hair and gleaming, our traumas dismissed, bitter salt stream in cheek spark structurally. Your lavish, shears divisions and devaluations institute ions, blood, harmonics, assembly of work, migration and conjugal, flicker, track, memory. And each extra minute inhabiting toxicity, sure, capital's youth poisoned, denigrate oxygen and particulates, logic of what years have been stolen from us, our faster conservative deaths, decayed, barren and suckered, tattered palms, sanitized. We, the invisible, streets strewn with feathers, our solitude, negative reveries, vibrant, squatting schools and rulings, your nights ripped by fire, disinvest, ed, the deep and particular of flashes, our memory embodied, itching, wet on the Union Jack, your truths will be rerouted. Buck bodies. On the stand, ejected from the cities of live, 500 truncated years, we divine femmes not here to dissect, squat in schools and rulings, your lavish, shears divisions, patriots, I'm going to finish by reading 3 poems from this book of Sirens, Body and Faultlines, which came out a couple of years ago now. For what we may be, the left from a future torched, working to deeper life. We lost girls, broken femmes, deviant, aching spines and flesh, built on the shuttered mouths of rape apologists, vibrantly storms but does not just march, all fed, a collective support of all possible skins, builds conceptions and homelines to under common postponing the fresh govern, ants of recognition, siren clawing out the street, teaches to fuck the police through all action, feels beyond the future. Ruling fascists store for us, eyes closed on its corpses, present into night's dreams. The dead left do not want us to love as much as this. We anxious girls slept at certain siblings on call to the street, bandages, we gossiped, kissed through our oppressions, a vicious nights, an urgent existence fleets into and out of these burning days. Here in the diaspora, and learning folk cultures, their investments in our arms and genders. Our solidarities vicious, damaged. Heinous educators in checking directs the possibility of promise, a poetics of violent and good nationhood. Frustrations unsourced, we overwhelmed with healing and waged work, plotted a sequence of perverse beauties, our commoning, a conception of need they could not grasp, of our bruises and collective selves, fabrications of consciousness, the care that grows us together, yet the glamour and fracture of such love, scarce, down the. This is the last poem. It's written after Fanon. All the lines are taken from The Wretched of the Earth. Or the words, I should say. Opulent Europe. Let's start again. Opulent Europe. It's monopolies and stolen dynamics, well-being and progress on corpses, our temporalities of planet airy. Progress is effigy, extractions and nourishment, black and brown and red and yellow, blood and stolen bones, monoxides. Of capital ripping core, raw earth, compositions, minerals, feet and toxicity, floodwater, its quotidian war crimes and pleasures. Our creative madness, the occupation and decommissioning of banks. We have decided not to overlook this any longer.